Our gift for 2021. Despite the rain, promises to be a fantastic day's racing here. We saw some great racing yesterday, and no doubt we're going to see some even hotter running today as we really get into the business end of the program. Got the gift semis not too far away. Got the sponsors race, which will see Australian great Steve Monteghetti line up here to try a sprint down the track. And we can see some of our youngsters lining up here. So promises to be a fantastic day's racing. I'm not sure how many of our open athletes are here just yet, but we did have the fastest performance for the men and women yesterday. So that'll be presented during the official opening. And I'm just looking for those athletes that were the top 5 each in the men and women. So for the men, we had Fajero Omuvaway, Jacob Despard, Joel B, Tristan Shears and Jason Bailey. They'll share between them $2,000, a great initiative by the Ballarat Gift Committee to reward athletes who are running quick. So Fajero Omuvaway, Jacob Despard, Joel B, Tristan Shears and Jason Bailey. And then for the females, we've got Grace Kelly, Jess Payne, Zoe Neal, Taylor Perry and Ellie Caratianos. So those top 5 in each will share $2,000 each, or $2,000 between them. So once again, great initiative from the Ballarat Gift Committee to reward those athletes having a real crack here today, and we're going to have that presentation. Welcome to those tuning in live today through the Athletics exclusive live stream. Many of you tuning in from all around Australia and perhaps globally as well. Make sure we go support our supporters here today. We've got Beam Me Up there providing coffee, so head on over there to Beam Me Up. Also, as the day goes on, a lovely gelato. So head on up there to the gelato van, Luigi's Gelato. So our first event of the day, we've had our juniors, a dash for Sash running, so well done to our juniors. But the first event of the day for our VAL program here is the Under-18 Junior Girls Gift, which is sponsored by Ballarat Grammar. So a big thanks to Ballarat Grammar for their support. Big thanks to all our major sponsors who have supported this fantastic event. We've got the North Ballarat Sports Club, Plinius Engineering, MaxiTrans Manufacturing and Quest Ballarat. So a big thanks to them for their support. Don't forget, just with our COVID protocols, everyone's done a fantastic job, but please make sure you have scanned in with the QR code. Please practice social distancing, and there's hand sanitizer around and in each bathroom and the information tent. The emergency assembly point is at the front gate at Pleasant Street, and we thank everyone involved, our major sponsors, the heat sponsors, the Sash donations, the Ballarat Gift Committee. Well done to everyone involved making this event possible. I'm gonna have a day off actually. Yeah. Good day to have a day off, I reckon. So heat number 1 here, this is sponsored by Ballarat Grammar, very prestigious school here in Ballarat. Scratchings in heat 1, we can scratch red and yellow. Red and yellow are out. Layla Watson's our back marker in the white of 10.75. Jacinta McFarlane the blues of 16.5. We've got Bethany Jones in the green of 22. Finn Fawcett runs in the pink of 24. And the black will be Ebony Island of 30 metres. This is heat 1 here. This is the under 18 junior girls gift, and we thank Ballarat Grammar for their support. Welcome to those tuning in on the live stream, brought to you by Athletics Exclusive. Certainly bringing you an exceptional experience there via their live stream, and we're kicking things off here. So away we go here in the first heat. Ebony Island, she leads the field away. Finn Fawcett is in hot pursuit. Bethany Jones is not far away. And now comes Jacinta McFarlane. It's Ebony Island. Island in the lead. She'll lead all the way, Ebony Island. Finn Fawcett not far away from Jacinta McFarlane, but Ebony Island takes out heat number 1 of the under 18 junior girls gift, sponsored by Ballarat Grammar. First heat, the winner was the black Ebony Island in first. Second was the pink Finn Fawcett, and third the blue Jacinta McFarlane. The time was 13.79. 13.79 with a plus 0.6 win. So a nice win to Ebony Island in heat number 1. On the track, scratch green and pink. Green and pink are out. And our back marker here in the red, Lavinia Mayo, she runs off 10. We've got Grace Carter in the white of 14.25. Kiara Boyd runs in the blue. She's off 18.75. We've got Sophie Stokes in the yellow of 15.5. And the black will be Anna Helena Pereira. She runs off 11.5. So nice field assembled here for heat 2. Heat 1 was won by Ebony Island in 13.79, and there's a nice plus 0.6 tailwind there. So heat 2 on the track. We've got 4 heats in total, and we do thank Ballarat Grammar for their support. So moving up here for heat number 2. Heat number 2 here, the under 18 girls gift, sponsored by Ballarat Grammar. So away they go here. It's Sophie Stokes away well. Kiara Boyd leads the field away. So Boyd in the blue at this stage with a nice lead. It's Boyd. Now coming through is Grace Carter and Anna Helena Pereira late on the scene. Getting up late, Anna Helena Pereira and Grace Carter. Close finish in heat number 2. So spread across the track there. Anna Helena Pereira was flying late with Grace Carter. We'll wait for our official placings there, but a close finish in heat number 2. So results there from heat number 2. It was the white of Grace Carter getting up with the victory. Second was the black of Anna Helena Pereira. And third was the blue, Kiara Boyd. The time was 14.39. 14.39 with a plus 0.8 tailwind. So a nice win there to Grace Carter taking out heat 2. Ebony Island taking out heat number 1 in 13.79. So 2 heats down, 2 heats to go here. The Under-18 Junior Girls Gift, sponsored by Ballarat Grammar. So heat number 3 here on the track. We can scratch the green. Mia Spencer is in the red. She runs off 10.25. The white is Chloe Kinnersley off 14. The blue is Hannah McNeil off 18.75. The yellow is Olivia Skerry off 21. And the pink is Saskia Williams. She runs off 23 metres here in heat 3. This is heat 3 or 4. As it's a bit of rain about today here in Ballarat, but the surface here is an exceptionally good draining surface. So we'll certainly have no issues with the surface today. I'm told they did a big redevelopment here in recent years and got a massive sand base underneath, and a lot of money's been pumped into this venue, so should drain pretty well throughout the day, and I'm told the rain should pass at some stage. So a bit of rain now, but as the day pushes on, we should be in for a fantastic day's racing, and we've got some fantastic events right across the card, and we look forward to bringing you the action here in the venue. And of course on our live stream, brought to you by Athletics Exclusive. So away in the third heat, it's Saskia Williams who will lead the field away. Williams off to a nice start. Skerry goes up to her. Skerry now takes the lead. It's Olivia Skerry starting to run away with this, and they won't get close to her. Skerry ahead of Saskia Williams. Nice run there from the back from Mia Spencer, followed by Chloe Spencer. But a nice win to our athlete in the yellow, Olivia Skerry, taking out heat number 3. So results there from heat 3, a nice win to the yellow, Olivia Skerry in first. Second was the pink of Saskia Williams, and third, the red, Mia Spencer. The time was 14.02. 14.02 with a plus 0.4 wind. 14.02 the winning time for Olivia Skerry in heat 3. Scratchings for heat 4. We've got red, blue and yellow are out. just another reminder, a great initiative here by the Ballarat Gift Committee. We've got the fastest performance for both male and female. Now, that presentation will be done during the official opening. So 5 athletes in total share a total of $2,000 between them. So for the males, we've got Fajero Omuvaway, Jacob Despart, Joel B, Tristan Shears and Jason Bailey. So if those gentlemen can be around for that presentation, that's Fajero Omuvaway, Jacob Despart, Joel B, Tristan Shears and Jason Bailey. That's the top 5 who will share $2,000 if they could be around for the presentation. And then for the females, we've got Grace Kelly, Jess Payne, Zoe Neal, Taylor Perry and Ellie Keratianos. Those 5 will share $2,000 as well. So well done to those 10 athletes in total who will share. Great initiative from the Ballarat Gift Committee. Heat 4 on the track here. This is the Under-18 Junior Girls Gift, sponsored by Ballarat. Red, blue and yellow are out. Amber Van Eed is our back marker in the white. She's off 14. The green is Charlotte Cross off 24. And the pink is Ella Moore off 27.25. So away they go here in the 4th heat, and it's Ella Moore who leads the field away. So Moore with a nice lead ahead of Charlotte Cross, and Amber Van Eed, the back marker, starting to come into it. So pretty close here, spread across the track, but there goes the back marker, Amber Van Eed, and she'll take out the 4th and final heat of the Under-18 Junior Girls Gift, sponsored by Ballarat Grammar, and they're also sponsoring the Under-18 Junior Boys Gift. So 10:20 will be heat 1 of the Under-18 Junior Boys Gift. We'll bring you results of heat number 4 shortly. Results there of heat number 4, a win to the white, Amber Van Eed in first. Second was the green of Charlotte Cross. Third was the pink, Ella Moore. The time was 14.17. 14.17 with a plus 0.4 win. So nice win there to Amber Van Eed in heat 4. We're around 6 minutes away from the Under-18 Junior Boys Gift heat number 1, sponsored by Ballarat Grammar. So I hope you're enjoying the action, whether you're here at the venue or tuning in on the live stream, brought to you by Athletics Exclusive. The track, this is the Under-18 Junior Boys Gift, sponsored by Ballarat Grammar. Scratch red and green. Red and green. Wool Stringer is our back marker in the white of 15. We've got the South Australian visitor here, winner of the Loxton 300. Xavier Poole lines up in the blue of 12.25. The yellow Isaiah Cross runs off 21.5. The pink is Jarvis Cartledge of 26. And the black is Jack Kinnersley, who runs off 36. So Heat 1 here, the under-18 Junior Boys Gift, sponsored by Ballarat Grammar. So athletes walking up for the first heat here. Under-18 Junior Boys Gift. Big thanks to Ballarat Grammar for their support. I know the workplace of Peter O'Dwyer. So thanks to Pete and Ballarat Grammar for their support. And I know many of the Peter O'Dwyer families getting on board and sponsoring this a great event. So some fantastic contributors in the Ballarat Gift Committee who make this event possible. And a big thanks to all of them for getting this underway as the rain just starts to settle. So away here in heat number 1, Jack Kinnersley leads away from Jarvis Cartledge. The yellow there, Isaiah Cross, moving very nicely. It's Cross in the lead, Cross out in front, trying to come at Stringer. I think just Isaiah Cross. Will Stringer lunge late. Xavier Poole was coming late on the scene. Isaiah Cross, though, I think just ahead of Will Stringer in the first heat. Close finish. So a win there in heat number 1 to the yellow, Isaiah Cross in first. Second was the white of Will Stringer, and third was the blue, Xavier Poole. The time, 12.58. 12.58 with a plus 1.1, and a nice win there to the yellow, Isaiah Cross, taking out heat number 1. Under-18 Junior Boys Gift, sponsored by Ballarat Grammar. White and blue are out. Hayden Crowe was our back marker. He's off 9.75, and we saw what an impressive victory that was yesterday in his 400 metres. We'll see how he's backed up. Benjamin McCulloch's in the green. of 25.25. Just missed there the yellow, Kiddis McConnon, the yellow of 22.5. Got the pink of Rye Stewart off 32, and the black is the very versatile Alex Jones. He runs off 19.25. So the boys lining up here for Heat 2. Heat 1 was Isaiah Cross, 12.58 with a plus 1.1. So that should be pretty competitive. And I think the rain is almost past here at this stage, so fingers crossed. But just looking at the surface here, it is drained extremely well and should be in fantastic condition all throughout the day. So no dramas with the surface.
Get on your marks.
So away in heat number 2 and leading the field, it's Rye Stewart. So Rye Stewart with a nice lead. He's trying to lead all the way. It's Rye Stewart in the pink, trying to come at him, but they won't get there. Rye Stewart takes it out. Alex Jones was motoring late, as was the back marker Hayden Crow, but the pink Rye Stewart will be your winner of heat number 2. So results there of Heat 2, into the pink of Rye Stewart in first. Second was the red of Hayden Crow. And third, the black Alex Jones. The time 12.27, 12.27 with a plus 0.3. So nice win there to the pink. Rye Stewart in heat number 2, the fastest of the 2 heats so far. So heat number 3 here on the track. Heat number 3, scratch the blue. Matthew O'Brien lines up in the red off 10.5. The white is Matthew Stanfield off 17.5. Got the yellow, Aubrey Watson, who runs off 22, one to watch. As is the green, Patrick Mead off 24.5. And the pink is Lockie Kinnesley. He's had a busy weekend, young Lockie. The big man with a mullet. And he's off 35 in the pink, so busy weekend for Lockie Kinnesley. Obviously enjoying his running, as we see many of the juniors. And we had our junior Dash 4 Sash heats this morning. It was great to see. We had 9 heats in total, so well done to all the families and athletes who came down here and had a run. It's great to see some stars of the future, and well done to the Ballarat Gift Committee for putting that on. And we had Tony Martin, a future starter perhaps in the VAL. He did an exceptional job. So away here and off to a nice start it was Lachlan Kinnesley. We'll call him back. Sorry, gents. Sorry to athletes there. A bit of a warm-up. So athletes called back, unfortunately, but a nice little warm-up for them, the very worst. So perhaps just a couple of little technical issues there, and said with the rain overnight, things are just a touch tricky there with all the wiring and the starting equipment, so got plenty of time here this morning. So no dramas for our youngsters, just a good little block start for them, and they should be fine to go with a nice slow walk back. Of course, we've got the official opening not too far away after these heats conclude, so we should be a-okay here. So heat number 3 here, athletes have had a good amount of time to recover and just testing those starting mechanisms down there. As we said, a fair bit of rain overnight and this morning, so may have just been a bit of water floating around, but the good thing is the rain has stopped here. The rain has stopped here at the venue, and we should be in for a great day's racing. As we've said a few times this morning, the surface here is first class and really has already drained pretty well, so should still be a fantastic day's racing. And if you do live locally, tell your family and friends to make your way down. If you're tuning in on the live stream, it should be a fantastic day's racing. For those athletes whose family and friends can't make it, make sure you pass on to them to tune in live on Athletics Exclusive. Up now, this is the under-18 junior boys gift sponsored by Ballarat Grammar, and our officials just working through a couple of things there, doing a fantastic job as they always do, and our starters as well. So well done to everyone, ready to go for heat 3. So away in the third heat, Lockie Kinnersley leads the field. So Kinnersley ahead of Paddy Mead. Not far away is the tall figure there, Aubrey Watson and Matthew Stanfield. It's Watson, Stanfield, Watson ahead, gets there. Aubrey Watson having a good season on the VAL, and it was a nice run as well from Matthew Stanfield from the back, and that was heat number 3.
done it different last year? Oh yeah, it was 500 first. Yeah, it's only 1,000 total. I don't know.
So we'll wait on those results for Heat 3, but Heat 4 on the track here can scratch red, white and green. So we've got Ryan O'Neill-Parker in the blue, Ollie Featherston in the yellow and Max Fawcett lines up in the pink. So results there from Heat 3, win to the yellow Aubrey Watson. Second was the white Matthew Stanfield and third the red Matthew O'Brien. 12.66 the time, 12.66 with a plus 0.4. Here, O'Neill, Parker, Ollie Featherston and Max Fawcett. Back and then not too far away from our official opening, we've got the presentation of our fastest male, fastest female. Great initiative there, 2,000 to share. We've got the sponsors race. Steve Monaghetti coming down to show how fast he is over 100 metres. And the enforcer is ready to put it to him. So away here in the fourth heat, Max Fawcett with a nice lead. So Fawcett ahead of Featherston, O'Neill-Parker. Fawcett in the lead. Coming from the back now is O'Neill-Parker with Featherston. O'Neill-Parker, young Ryan O'Neill-Parker will take it out. Ollie Featherston is in second in the yellow and third the pink, Max Fawcett in heat number 4. results there of the fourth heat. Blue was first, Ryan O'Neill Parker. Second was the yellow, Ollie Featherson. Pink, third, Max Fawcett. 13.08 the time. 13.08 with a plus 0.7. Hey, Jess and... well done to the youngsters having a run. Next will be our official opening. We'll hand over to our Master of Ceremonies very shortly, Peter Emerson, who's done a fantastic job over the weekend. For those tuning in the live stream, there will be a bit of a break here. And we've got our sponsors race, which is sponsored by Maxi Trans, so that'll be fantastic. We've got the VL representative, the enforcer, Dominic Condello, who's out for blood. And we've also got a great of Australian running, Steve Monaghetti. So that's at 11:15, but our official opening is not too far away. We'll head over to Peter Emerson, who will conduct that. And we've got some great people here to talk about the Ballarat Gift and what a great job everyone's doing so far. So welcome to day 2 of the Ballarat Gift. I'm Oliver Wurm. We bring you the action here at the ground and also on Athletics Exclusive. And the good news is the rain has passed, and we should be in for a great day's racing. So hope you enjoy the day ahead of us.
The rain's finished, does it?
come over to the dais, we're going to have our official opening. So if we can get as many people as possible over here, and we'll get the show going. We're waiting for the Little Lass finals. They'll be posted over at the Little Lass tent up the top of the straight. So if you want to go have a look, you can do that after the official opening. I think we've got enough people gathered now, and while we've got a bit of a gap in the weather, I reckon we get the show on the road. So first of all, I'd just like to acknowledge that we're meeting on Wadawurrung country and pay my respects to their elders, past and present, and their future emerging leaders. Well, we never thought this was going to happen. We're actually getting pretty good at setting up and packing up, and I reckon we've almost broken the record now. And a couple of weeks ago, we were all here setting up, and then all of a sudden the state got locked down, and we madly packed up, and we weren't really sure whether this was going to happen or not. For those that are involved in the running, you would know that there's a running meet just about every weekend between now and Stawell, so we weren't sure whether we'd be able to find a weekend. We're incredibly lucky working with the VAL and the club to find this weekend, and what it's actually created is a blockbuster weekend for the city of Ballarat, obviously with the Begonia Festival, A-League, basketball tournaments, and the Ballarat Gift. Just recognises Ballarat as the event capital of regional Victoria. So I think that's a great outcome for Ballarat in the end. And I was driving up the main street the other day, and there was just people walking everywhere. Everyone had ice creams, they'd been in the restaurants. What a great outcome after being locked down for so long. So I think that's fantastic for Ballarat. I'd really like to thank our committee. It's hard enough to put on one gift. We almost put on 2 gifts this year, and you know, just an enormous amount of work by everybody. So for all of those that put in, and it's never good to single anybody out. The committee works incredibly hard. It's a small committee that's been doing this for a very long time. So we'd really like to thank them. In the original planning, we were really worried about sponsorship, and well, we've had our best sponsorship year ever, so that just shows all of our long-term sponsors are incredibly loyal to us. I'd like to thank Clinius Engineering who came on this year. Just fantastic. To support this event like that is really, really appreciated. So, first of all, I'd like to hand over to Councillor Eddie to say a few words.
Thanks, Evan, and it is a privilege to be here today. I've been lucky in the last couple of months to get around a number of different sporting events in the community, and the thing that does stand out every time we're here is the camaraderie and the support, particularly the volunteer networks that make all this work. And I really would like to commend the club for the work that's done in that space. What a magnificent area to be in, to actually have this opening and to actually enjoy it. Yes, the rain's a bit of a dampener, but still a terrific place and a terrific venue. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land, the Wurrung people, and to ensure that we pay respect to their elders, past, present and emerging. I'd like to also put an apology in for the Mayor, Councillor Miney, and he does work really hard, so I believe you, when he's not here, he's somewhere else, and I've been blown away by the commitment he makes to getting to as many events as he can in Ballarat. I'd also like to acknowledge the representatives of the Victorian Athletic League, the Ballarat Athletic Club, and all the volunteers. And just talking to Huck Gilbert a minute ago, he's told me he's been here doing this stuff for 45 years. So, you know, those sort of contributions, I'm sure there's many others in that boat that are making that contribution. It's really a great pleasure to come to open this event today, and I know I've mentioned it, but just to reiterate the voluntary contribution, starting and setting up price for an event like this, and just the heartbreak that would have come on the eve of the last event getting underway, and the commitment then from families and the athletes to back up and come again to this event. It really is encouraging, not only for this event, but for our city. I think the club is, the relationship the council's had with the athletic club is very much one that's been making now for 10 years. I think that continuity of support is something that we really need to ensure continues. And it's by coming here and seeing the presence of the atmosphere that's been created, I think that it's a great opportunity for Ballarat to see what athletics is contributing to our community. The health and well-being, the benefits that come from all sports, it certainly fits in line with our health and well-being plan. It fits in line with, not only the City of Ballarat, but with the government. One of the key things, obviously, is the fact that I'm really pleased that looking at the event where there's equal prize money for men and women in sport, it's a great trend for the sport to be one of the forerunners in that space, and to make sure that it's set a benchmark. There's still a lot of sports who could take, I think, a leaf out of your book and follow in that example. I just think that in closing, I really want to make sure that you actually get the opportunity to get out around town. I'm hoping all over the weekend while you've been here, you've been able to experience a lot of the things we have to offer, be it our venues for hospitality, be it the architecture, be it the lakes and the parks and gardens. And I hope you do have a chance, and if not this trip, we'll come back and visit Ballarat again. And finally, just to thank you very much for the privilege of actually hosting the event, and to make sure that Ballarat really gets behind athletics and the Ballarat Athletics Club do everything possible to support this event in the future. And with that, we'll declare the event officially over. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Eddie. Next we're going to do the National Anthem, and we've got Amy Whitfield who's going to sing the National Anthem for us. Not me. Thank you very much, Amy, for that. Can I also just thank our Parks and Gardens crew, and I've got a bit of a conflict of interest here these days, but they prepared this oval absolutely outstanding last time, and just because they did such a fantastic job, they came back and did it again. And not you know, one question about it. They were setting up the A-League game at the same time. They've been here at all hours. Just like to acknowledge the work that they've done behind the scenes, because it's an outstanding surface. One of the great things that we do as a club is each year we get to acknowledge people who have been massive parts of this gift over a very long time, and one person who has been an outstanding contributor to the Ballarat gift over a very long time is Dizzy Lynch, and Peter Emerson is going to say a few words about a very, very special man.
Thanks, Ed. Yeah, we certainly are. Just before we do that, hopefully the rain will hold off. Dizzy's running still already now. Before the rain holds off, we're going to do a presentation after Dizzy of the 3 fastest girls to the result of the heats. So if the girls can come over to the presentation area so we can conduct that. And we've got Grace Kelly, Jessica Payne and Zoe Neal. If you can come to the presentation area, please. Taylor Perry and Ali Gigarakanis. Sorry about the pronunciation. Now, at the Ballarat Athletic Club, we're really proud of all our members, and that's close and distant, we might say, and associates and friends of our sport. And every year we try and present to someone really special who's been here. Look at this, here we go. Those of us, we're close, Dizzy. And we'd like to make a presentation to someone very close to our sport as a services to athletics certificate, which I hope we've got the certificate somewhere nearby Judy Franklin's, the certificate for Dizzy. And today we're presenting to Dizzy Lynch, Ellen Dizzy Lynch, and I've got a bit of a resume here I'll read out for you. It's long, but it's extremely decorated and something to be very proud of. Dizzy is considered by many as one of the best 1 and 2 milers to ever run at Stall. Dizzy, as he's affectionately known, has had a very successful athlete's career in Australian middle distance as a running champion over many distances. His career spanned over 20 years, which in itself is a great achievement. Initially trained by Arthur Edgerton at Geelong. This is what Dizzy's career included. He competed at Stall, mainly over 1600 3200 distances. He won 8 races at Stall. Many of us who ran for many, many years never got lucky at Stall. Dizzy ran won 8. 3 consecutive 2-mile events, 80, 81, 82, and 3 over the mile, 1600, 80, 81, 87. He won the Herb Heederman, an invitation mile for the elite of our sport in 1987, and he came back again in 1998 at the age of 45, is that it is? Starting to get on a bit, he was. In 1998, he won it again. 2000, he was inducted to the Stall Gift Hall of Fame. 2004, he was conducted as a legend. He's always been a legend to us. Dizzy competed in the Otway Classic in 1985. My job was to drive the van. I remember being with Dizzy in that. He competed in the 10K Zatapac many times, and his best was 28.58. That is flying. He represented Victoria in the Australian Cross Country Championship, and he won and placed in many pro amateur events. On top of that, Dizzy played for Geelong, he played for Richmond, and he played for Footscray in the VFL then. And he still is ranked number 7 in the top 10 fastest players at Richmond. Dizzy coached Beaufort in the VFL, where he won the Henderson medal. In the 1980s, he coached North Ballarat to 2 premierships. So, Dizzy, so much I was going to say. You're an absolute legend. We really love having you around. It's always at the gift. We often helped out in earlier years. And mate, over to you for a few words for this award.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks for those kind words. just with the you find that teams games.
Enjoyed the team's games? Were they your favourite part?
The favourite part was you train with the group, you see the groups around the lake or where they got their favourite running trails and all that sort of stuff. You see groups, you give them a hoy and they wave back and you encourage people to participate regardless of where you finish
Who were some of the better athletes you trained with? You did a bit with Mona, didn't you?
Well, I just spelled this one out between Ballarat and Geelong where I've grown up and lived. People like Buster Mottram, Steve Monaghetti, Lee True, a lot more runners, as I said, between Geelong and Ballarat. There's a league medal distance. If you were running for Ballarat or Geelong in recent times, a decade, you would suggest you find
It is the cream of the crop between Geelong and Ballarat. Who do you think wins this, Ballarat or Geelong?
which way the cards point.
Good answer. Mate, look, thanks so much. Yes.
No, thanks, Peter.
It's our pleasure. It was a standout. We had a meeting at North Ballarat about 6 or 8 weeks ago, and we were talking about the nominees, Diz, and you come up and said, "Can I ask me?" I said, "Yeah, it's got to be Dizzy after his career." So watching the boys train up at the Mars Stadium there a matter of weeks ago. So well done, congratulations on your career. It's still going because you're still running the lake every day, aren't you?
That's it. Yeah. Just to finish with, I'd like to thank my family who've been so receptive and joining each other. Like a lot of people start in a single game. Then you turn to the family and acknowledge each other and help each other in their work field or in sporting field. And as an individual, yes, I'd like to thank everyone with their team spirit. And
That's great, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Alan Dizzy Lynch, recipient of our Service to Athletes for the 2021. Well done, Dizzy.
thanks, Peter. Nice to have your company. Thank you.
Good on you, Dizzy. Well done. Well done. Thanks to everyone coming along. Good work, Dizzy.
Thanks, Peter Emerson. Thanks, Dizzy. Fantastic to recognise some of the very important people in our sport and people who have contributed to the Ballarat Athletic Club over a very long time. We've just got a couple of quick items to do, and then we'll get you out of the rain. The first thing we want to do is we have a bit of an innovative item as part of our gift is the fastest male and fastest female runner. We all understand professional foot running is all about handicaps, but we also want to try and encourage our elite runners to be here as well. And one of the great benefits of professional foot running is it caters for everyone, from the elite to the weekend warrior. So the first thing we want to do is announce the fastest performance by a male athlete. I'll hand over to Peter O'Dwyer to read out the three.
So can we have Fagerio, Jacob and Joel over? And we'll present the fastest athlete. These guys are our best athletes, guys. They're the best athletes running here at this meeting, and we thank them for coming, and They put on a great show yesterday, and they'll do well today in the sport. So we'll put those up. So Jerry, where's he? Yeah.
Would you like to say a few words? Why not?
I'm just going to say it's really good to be out here competing again. Thanks to everyone's support, thanks to all the athletes, just also the Victorian Athletic League themselves sponsoring this event. And look forward to having a crack at semi-finals. Good luck.
Congratulations. Okay, the next one is the fastest female runners, and I'll hand over to Peter to announce those.
We have Grace Kelly, Jess Payne and Zoe Neal over to the dais, please. These are our best female athletes running at the meeting today, so we congratulate them for their fast times and their performances yesterday. We know they'll go on and do very well. Grace is an up-and-coming champ, and we wish you all the best. So, congratulations, Grace.
Grace, would you like to say a few words? You've got a very interesting surname. I reckon there might be some pretty impressive athletes in your family history there.
I'd like to thank the BAL, the sponsors, DPS, and good luck today.
Thank you. And I don't know for anyone who might have seen the odd YouTube clip of Grace running, I may have seen her win the Victorian title by about 30 metres. So look out for that name going forward. Okay, we're nearly there. So the next one, we've got Todd Ireland from the Victorian Trainers and Runners Association to hand out a couple of awards.
Yeah, thanks, Seth. For those who don't know, the Victorian Runners and Trainers Association have a dinner every year. Obviously this year with COVID we couldn't have that celebration, so there's a couple of awards that haven't been passed on, and this is probably an opportune time to do that. The meeting of the year last season was voted to be Ballarat Athletic Club, so it's an opportune time to present Ballarat with their award. So, thank you, a couple of the other awards that we had. There's a points-based award for points accumulated throughout the year, and the winner of that in the Masters category was Peter O'Dwyer. And the other one also for Peter was the Masters Performance of the Year, which was his run in the 120 Masters here last year. So, yep, it was a great, would have been a great night for Ballarat if it had been able to have it. But well done. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Todd. Much appreciated. Look, appreciate everyone standing around. Hasn't been the best weather, so let's get the racing started.
to have a very serious event for the Ballarat Gift Carnival coming up. We've got the heats of the sponsors and celebrities race. Very important event for any gift. We've got two athletes here at the moment. We've got some very fit ones in the getaway from the bar. There's a few starters in the celebrity race. So we're missing a few from Gary Glitter here. Gary Glitter couldn't make it. He's singing. So we got some carpet layers here. I reckon we just the sponsors run, we'll get a photo. We've got 60-metre heat, folks, in this big-time serious race, and then we've got a 70-metre final. representing the Victorian Athletic League in the red of the handicap of -5. Remember that, -5. We've got Dominic the Enforcer Condello. I didn't say that with enough gusto. In the white lane, Jack Squire, off scratch. In the blue lane, we've got the Carpentol Gary Jarvis, the carpet layer carpet. And from Maxi Trans, we've got Chris Leopold Lister in the green lane. So we can have those here. Hang on, we've got blocks. Are you allowed blocks in a celebrity race? No blocks. No. Blocks are banned. No. It's not fair on the old folk. No blocks. If you have blocks, you're welcome to use them. You've got to run the other direction, then turn around and go back that way. In the second heat, Ollie, have you got this field? He's got the field, okay. In the second heat, we've got Sean Wilmot representing City of Ballarat. Evan King's back here. From North Ballarat Sports Club, Joe Lynch with a bruise to die for from cricket training last week. Completed engineering, Stella. Next chance, Gary Douglas. So we've got Dominic, Jack, the carpet layer, carpet layer's here, and Chris Lister, rightio, he's got a rolling start. He's got 8. Dominic, you start just behind that chain till you go on the side. The third heat for 20th Century Engineering, Xavier, the Italian Stadium, North Ballarat Sports Club, Damien, Gill, Grammar, Nifty, City of Ballarat, Mick Hines, football legend, Roadwood, all over the town. He's also been Evan King. And representing the committee bank Bunny on District, Bendigo Bank is none other than Steve Monaghetti. So, pressure's on. So, we're ready to go. Whoever's starting, who's starting? There he is.
Oh, here. So away they go here, and Liston leads the field. Off to a nice start was Jack Squire. The jet speed Jack will take it out. Nice run there from jet speed Jack. The Lavinator not far away. The Enforcer does the VAL proud, and the Leopold Listo not far away. Just watching Steve Monaghetti down there. He's jogging around. I need to see some fast switch fibres. Get him doing some fast starts, Mona. Have our sponsors involved here. Big thanks to Maxi Trans and Peter Emerson down there doing a great job.
And a well. We can scratch one meeting. Well, we need to make a mention in the course because in a few years' time something will come along. No, but we'll make it.
So away we go here. It's Stella Ella who's leading the field now. Sean Wilmot coming through. Sean Wilmot, the Swan. Easy as you like in our second heat there. Sean the Swan Wilmot, the City of Ballarat take heat number 2. He had a bit up his sleeve there. I think he's trying to get a lift for the final. I think actually Brian Marantelli would like to see Sean Wilmot. There could be a penalty involved here, so not looking good. We might have to pull the Swan for the final, I think. And we're looking forward to seeing Steve Monaghetti here. I'm intrigued to see if he's got any fast twitch fibres in him, Mona. We know how much of a legend of Australian running he is, but Mona, he could blow them away. He might have been in the wrong event the whole his career. We don't know. He could be a real speedster here, Peter. All the way. Oh, Mona got off to a bit of a slow start there. He's starting to lift. Here comes Michael Hines. Mona's starting. Yes, look over his shoulder, Mona. Oh, close finish there. Damien Gilmore, Hargraves, Hinesy. And Mona was running on late, just getting wound up. He's still running, Mona. Great effort there. And thanks to all our sponsors and everyone involved. MaxiTrans for sponsoring this event. But you can see all our sponsors, fantastic effort getting involved. And well done to the Ballarat Gift, getting our sponsors involved, getting them having a run. It's fantastic to see, Peter. I think we've got time here. We can parade our sponsors. Of course, they deserve the red carpet treatment for supporting this event. So we'll look after our sponsors, and we thank them for all their support, particularly this event having to be organised a second time. We heard Evan King talking about just how much work goes into it. So fantastic job by the whole committee, and of course our sponsors and the VAL as well for making the changes to get this to go around for a second time. Don't forget today you can tune in live on Athletics Exclusive, so if you're here and you've got family and friends that can't make it, make sure you tell them to watch the live stream. Fantastic quality production that Athletics Exclusive put together. And don't forget, a big few weeks in the VAL as we head towards Stawell. The Stawell gift down there is a fantastic 3-day weekend. Monday telecast live on Channel 7, and we'll have the live stream looks at this stage for Saturday and Sunday, and possibly for our events around on Monday as well. But plenty of action building up, so if you've got nothing planned for the Easter weekend, the Stawell gift is certainly something that's really part of the, I guess, the bucket list for all Australians to get to. And 5,000 spectators are allowed there, so we can have plenty of spectators there. It's a beautiful part of the world, and you can get down to the Grampians not far away. And Stawell really put on a big weekend as well.
So the next few minutes we'll get
Together for the sponsors race, and will be able to parade them and put on a good show for everyone.
We're only minutes away, folks, from announcing the celebrity final. Handicappers are going through it now. They're taking the right. I mean, they're working out the times, and won't be far away. Look, Maxi Trans are offering whoever gives us the biggest sponsorship next year. You're into final, so make your offers. See Hoff in the tent. Very shortly. Of course, at 11:40, the women's semi-finals coming up. Very important event on the Victorian Athletic League calendar. Being so close to Store now, it's a great lead-in to the Store leads to gift. So thanks to Plenteous Engineering, there's our event this year, and we really appreciate their support. As we do all the sponsors, without sponsors, these events just simply don't happen. So thanks to Plenteous, thanks to North Ballarat Sports Club for their support for the men's gift. And about 12 minutes away, the celebrity final will be just slightly before them, and the girls will be before 11:40. So very aware of the time. Ladies from their event in the Ballarat women's gift. Sean Wilmot, Dominic Condello and Jack Squire. We'll get the race underway in a couple of minutes because the girls are due to start at 11:40. Thank you. If the stall starters can come to the 70-metre mark.
Next event, ladies and gentlemen, as you've heard, will be our sponsors final. We've got Mona, Steve Monaghetti representing Community Bank Bunyon and District Bendigo Bank. We've got Michael Hines representing the City of Ballarat. Joe Lynch, the Sheriff. He runs off 7 metres here. We've got Nathan Nath Hargraves representing Ballarat Grammar. We've got Jarvis, the Jarvinator Cartilage. He's representing the Carpet and Tile Gallery. Sean, the Swan Wilmot, very impressive in his heat, representing the City of Ballarat. Might have been pulled after his heat, I reckon. The Enforcer, he's representing the VAL. Good on you, Dominic, the Enforcer. He is representing all the VAL people, so let's get around the Enforcer here. And we've got Jack Jet Speed, Jack Squire. So he's right in there as well, and he represents, well, he may have come in. He represents Plinius Engineering, a big sponsor here. So for those tuning in on the live stream, brought to you by Athletics Exclusive, this is our MaxiTrans Sponsors Handicap Challenge, and we thank all our sponsors for getting involved here. A bit of Earth, Wind and Fire to pump up our finalists. Maybe the Enforcer can give us a bit of a dance out there. There he goes. Now in this time, Mona has done around 3K of running just to keep his aerobic capacity ticking over, so he'd prefer a flying start here, Mona, but unfortunately for our athletes, it's a standing start here. Great to have Mona here, one of the greats of Australian running, and see him at many of the fun runs around Australia. Big supporter of athletics is Steve Monaghetti. And we're in the starters' hands for the MaxiTrans Sponsors Final. Away now, Monaghetti leads the field. Monaghetti's away. Hines is coming through. The Swan is not far away. A few athletes pulling up here. The Sheriff! Oh, he's fallen down! He's fallen down over the line! My word! Now, he did fall through the gates, so he may well still get the win. Wowee. That was a fantastic effort. The Sheriff and Sean the Swan, he swan through the finish line there. I don't know if he's got up or if... Wowee, what a finish we've seen there. We'll wait for our officials to get through who is our winner of the MaxiTrans Sponsors Challenge. And not far away from the women's gift semi-finals, ladies and gentlemen.
So I'll end it now because of the serious stuff. The semi-finals on the Plinius Engineering Ballarat Women's Gift. To go away, the girls have been very, very patient. We are on time, so very shortly, as soon as we've got them all there. Over to you.
Fantastic. Great to have the sponsors there, and we saw the commitment. These sponsors, they don't take it lightly. Now the women's gift semis. Semi number 1. We've got 4 semis here, ladies and gentlemen, and the back marker here is one of the most talented runners in Australia at the moment. We saw an impressive victory there at Warrnambool. It's Grace Kelly in the red off 3. In the white will be Elizabeth Rutch. She runs off 5.5. Another athlete at the peak of her powers at present. And we saw her victorious yesterday in the 70s. Taylor Perry, she runs off 6 in the blue. In the yellow is Layla Watson off 8.5, sorry. The green is Amber Van Eed off 10. The pink is Hannah Dunhoven, who runs off 12.25. The black will be Elizabeth Melrose off 13. And the grey is Olivia Skerry off 16.5. So Taylor Perry, Hannah Dunhoven, probably the 2 to watch here in semi-final number 1. Welcome to those tuning in on the Athletics Exclusive live stream. Bit of a light rain around here. So the women's gift semi-finals here promises to be a fantastic event. We saw Shane McKenzie's athletes right in the mix. And a test start there. And we've got the all clear here for semi number 1. The women's gift semi-finals, not too far away from stall, so a perfect opportunity for the girls to get 3 quality runs in heat, semi and final. And Grace Kelly in the red, a real star of the future on the rise. Ran off 4 at Warrnambool, comes back to 3 here. And Taylor Perry, Hannah Dunhoven, 2 to watch. So away they go here. Olivia Skerry leads the field away. Hannah Dunhoven got off to a cracking start, as did Taylor Perry. Rush from the back, it's Dunhoven. Perry's coming through. Hannah Dunhoven with Taylor Perry. Perry continues her red hot form. Taylor Perry takes it out ahead of Hannah Dunhoven. And another strong run from the back marker, Grace Kelly, in semi-final number 1. But Taylor Perry, she's in red hot form.
I get at home. Not you again. Taylor, it's a continuing on for a very, very good form.
Me too. Rested up last night and glad the wind's staying away at the minute. But...
Yeah, even as a little rain, it's not too cold, but yeah, the wind is staying away, which is really good. But we've got an apology to make to you too. We've got a bunch of flowers to give you. Not from me, it's from the club for winning the 70s. We'll give it to you later from Stems Flowers. But no, boys didn't want it. No, look, you made the final of Ballarat Gift. It's a big effort leading into stalls, so it's great form going for you. And we wish you well in the final later today.
Thank you.
Well done there to Taylor Perry, winner of semi-final number 1. So the blue was first, Taylor Perry. Second was the pink, Hannah Dunhoven. And third was
Grace Kelly. The time 14.08. 14.08 with a plus 0.1, the winning time for Taylor Perry. Big shout out as well to all our women. International Women's Day there, so a big shout out to all our women. And great to have some quality fields here in the women's gift. Semi number 2, not far away. Semi number 2, the red, another Shane McKenzie trained athlete, Jessica Payne. She runs off 3. Julia Phillips off 5.5 in the white. We see Katie Moore in the blue. She's off 9.5. The yellow is Nicole Jovanovic off 11. The green, Rachel O'Brien. Another Shane McKenzie trained athlete there for 11.25. The pink is Chloe Kinnersley off 13.25. An impressive heat winner, one to watch here, will be Olivia May. She runs off 13.25 and she was a winner at the Bay Sheffield over 70. And another Shane McKenzie trained athlete here in the grey, Alex Zilantonis, runs off 16.75. And we saw Alex, an impressive winner of the big 400 there at Castlemaine. So semi number 2 here on the track.
Walk your blocks.
As they walk up.
Get on your marks.
So away here, Zilantonis leads the field away, got off to a nice start, as did Olivia May. Olivia May comes through and hits the lead. It's Olivia May in front. The back markers are trying to get there. They're not going to get to Olivia May. Olivia May takes it out. Jess Payne will get second, the back marker, closely followed by Julia Phillips and the green of Rachel O'Brien. But Olivia May in the black takes out semi-final number 2, and the time will be interesting. Has she gone close to 14 flat or even under?
Thanks, Ollie. A convincing win. Really nice to see. Really nice sending. Had that under control by the looks.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to go for it better today. It sounds like I could have done better.
Excellent. Yeah, it's a big event to make the final. About 8 minutes, so congratulations. Lead up to score for you, and this is a big event on Sunday, so we hope you do well, and we'll see the final Sunday.
Thanks so much.
So well done there to Olivia May. Black was first, Olivia May. Second was the red, Jessica Payne. And third, the green, Rachel O'Brien. We've seen our first sub 14-second run. 13.95 the time for Olivia May. 13.95 with a plus 0.5. So Olivia May, she posts the fastest time of the weekend for our ladies. 13.95 for the black Olivia May with a plus 0.5 tailwind. Semi number 3 on the track now, ladies and gentlemen. Semi number 3, the back mark in the red, is Olivia Russo. She runs off 4.75. Cassandra Wang Lakuta runs off 7 in the white. The blue is Zoe Glass-Borrow, one to watch here, off 9.75. The yellow is Hayley Openshaw, also off 9.75. The green is Anna Helena Pereira off 10. The pink is Tiana Shillito off 11.75. The black is Laura McDougall. She runs off 13.75. And the grey is Holly Nichols off 17.5. Probably the one to watch here is Zoe Glass-Borrow, another Shane McKenzie trained athlete, and she'll certainly be one to watch. 13.95 there from Olivia May, so that puts her right in the mix, the fastest of the weekend for our ladies. And let's see what they can do here in semi number 3. And a big shout out to all our female athletes competing this weekend. Happy International Women's Day.
Get on your marks.
So away they go here in the third semi. Holly Nichols got off to a great start, as did Anna Helena Pereira. Openshaw's coming into it, along with Glass-Borrow and Wang Lakuta. It's Hayley Openshaw, Glass-Borrow lunges, I think may have just got up there. Glass-Borrow lunged late. She's in red hot form at the moment. I think may have just got the nudge ahead of Hayley Openshaw. Glass-Borrow continuing the form of her squad at present. We'll get those official results through, but I think Zoe Glass-Borrow has outlunged Hayley Openshaw in semi number 3, but we might wait for those official results there. I've been wrong before. Blue. So official results there, semi number 3, the winner was the blue, Zoe Glass-Borrow. Second was the yellow, Hayley Openshaw, and third was the white, Cassandra Wang Lakuta. 14.17 with a plus 0.5 there in semi number 3. Over to you, Peter, who's got our winner, Zoe Glass-Borrow.
Very similar to the heat, but yeah, happy to come away with the winner.
Good luck, you made the Business Engineering Ballarat Community Gift Final. Congratulations to Cedar Harbour.
Thank you.
Well done there to Zoe, and thanks to Peter for giving us some great insights there after our semi-finals. So Zoe Glassborough 14.17 with a plus 0.5 as we turn now to semi number 4, and some big guns line up here, including the local Grace O'Dwyer. She's in the red of 5.25. We've got Zoe Neal. She will certainly be one to watch here in the white of 5.5. We've got the blue, another athlete who's showing great promise and having a great season, Ellie Keratianos of 6. The yellow is Emily Carty of 7.75. The green here, another local athlete, Hayley Martin of 10. The pink is Lauren Savoya of 13. Taryn Fisher's in the black of 15. And the grey is Megan McMahon of 17.5. As the rain picks up here in Ballarat, the surf is still in magnificent condition. So away here in semi-final number 4, Megan McMahon leads the field away from Taryn Fisher. Lauren Savoya goes up on the outside, and now the back markers, Keratianos, and here comes Zoe Neal. Zoe Neal, she gets to the front, and Shane McKenzie's squad continue their fine form. Zoe Neal on the white takes that semi number 4. Time will be interesting. Zoe Neal, she's having a great season here on the track. The fastest time is Olivia May's 13.95. Let's see what the winner there in the white, Zoe Neal, has posted in semi number 4.
Thank you.
I'll let you go. Congratulations.
Results there from semi-final number 4, a win to the white of Zoe Neal. Second was the blue, Ellie Keratianos, and third the black of Taryn Fisher. The time was 14.30 with a plus 1.2. So well done to Zoe Neal and our semi-final winners. So Taylor Perry takes semi number 1 in 14.08. Semi number 2 was Olivia May, 13.95. Semi number 3, Zoe Glassborough, 14.17, and semi 4 was Zoe Neal, 14.30. So well done to our ladies, always competitive on the VL circuit, and once again, fantastic running from the ladies there in the women's gift.